Hello friend, welcome to the next session of bone. In the previous session we have already studied the axial skeleton. Next is the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton plays a crucial role in supporting the body's weight and allowing movement. It consists of the bones of the limbs and their associated girdles. The bones of the limbs provide attachment points for muscles that control movement, while the pectoral and pelvic girdles help to support the weight of the limbs and protect internal organs. The pectoral girdle, also known as the shoulder girdle, is the bony structure that supports the arms and connects them to the axial skeleton. It consists of two bones, the clavicle or collarbone and the scapula or shoulder blade. The clavicle is a long, S-shaped bone that runs horizontally across the front of the upper chest, connecting the sternum to the scapula. It keeps the shoulder joint away from the rib cage, allowing for greater mobility of the arm. The scapula is a flat, triangular bone that behind the clavicle. It provides attachment points for several muscles that move the arm and shoulder, including the deltoid, rotator cuff muscles, and trapezius. The pectoral girdle move the arm and shoulder, including the pectoralis major and serratus anterior muscle. The pelvic girdle, also known as the hip girdle, is the bony structure that supports the legs and connects them to the axial skeleton. It consists of two large, heavy bones, each called the hip bone or innominate bone. Each hip bone consists of three fused bones, the ilium, ischium, and pubis. The ilium is the largest and most superior bone of the hip, forming the upper part of the acetabulum and providing attachment points for several muscles of the hip and thigh. The ischium is the posterior and inferior part of the hip bone, forming the lower part of the acetabulum and providing attachment points for several muscles of the hip and thigh. The pubis is the anterior part of the hip bone, forming the anterior part of the acetabulum and joining with the opposite pubis at the pubic symphysis. The upper extremity, also known as the upper limb or arm, is the part of the body that extends from the shoulder to the fingertips. It consists of several bones, including the humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges. The humerus is the long bone in the upper arm, connecting the shoulder to the elbow. Next is the radius and ulna. They are the two bones of the forearm, located between the elbow and the wrist. The radius is on the thumb side of the forearm and the ulna is on the pinky side. Fourth is the carpals, which are a group of 8 small bones that make up the wrist joint and provide stability and flexibility to the wrist joint. Fifth is the metacarpals. They are 5 long bones that make up the palm of the hand. They connect the wrist to the fingers and provide attachment points. Last one is the phalanges. The phalanges are the bones of the fingers, with each finger consisting of 3 phalanges and the thumb consisting of 2 phalanges. The phalanges allow for movement and dexterity in the fingers. The lower extremity, also known as the lower limb or leg, is the part of the body that extends from the hip to the toes. It consists of several bones, including the femur, patella, tibia, fibula, tarsals, metatarsals, and phalanges. The first is the femur. It is the long bone in the upper leg, connecting the hip to the knee. It is the strongest bone in the body. Second is the patella. It is a small, flat, triangular bone that sits in front of the knee joint. It acts as a shield for the knee joint and provides attachment. Next is the tibia and fibula are the two bones of the lower leg, located between the knee and the ankle. The tibia is the larger and stronger of the two bones, while the fibula is smaller and thinner. Fifth is the tarsals. It is a group of 7 small bones that make up the ankle joint. They are arranged in 3 rows and provide stability and flexibility to the ankle joint. Sixth is the metatarsals. These are 5 long bones that make up the sole of the foot. They connect the ankle to the toes and provide attachment points for several muscles that control foot movement. Last is the phalanges. These are the bones of the toes, with each toe consisting of 3 phalanges except for the big toe, which consists of 2 phalanges. The phalanges allow for movement and dexterity in the toes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for new video. Thank you.